Every so often I get the opportunity to compare two rackets. So today I have with me Victor's Hypernano 800 and the new flagship, the Hypernano 900. So I've been asked, well, what is the difference between the two? So let's start by looking at the head shape first of all. And you can see that the 800 is a lot more rounded shape than the 900. A lot more rounded. Then we have flexibility. Let's have a quick look. So you can see this is pretty stiff compared to this, which has a lot more flex in it. However, when you try and turn this way, you will find it is like a tank, whereas there'll be a little bit more flex and only just a little bit more within this racket. So straight away you can see from a point of view of shaft flexibility, this is going to be the more flexible, which is a 900, but in terms of stiffness, and that's torsional stiffness, this wins outright. Now what about feel? A lot of problems we had with the 800 was it was more of what we classed as a Marmite racket. You either love it or hate it. Some players really like the racket. I really liked it. They liked the fact that it was, even though there's some head weight, there was a kind of hollowness feel to the frame itself, and that went down very well. For others, they just absolutely hated that. Well, the 900, there is no such feeling whatsoever. This is a really, really solid feeling racket from start to finish. So because of that, the entire feel on the string bed is so different. With this one, it's a little bit more lighter in terms of how it feels on the string bed. This is absolutely rock solid. So when you hit center, when you hit off center, there is no variation, no move whatsoever. Very little out of this either, but it's more so the feel that is going to be different. With this being so stiff, it does take a little bit of getting used to. There's a lot of international players using this racket now. There's quite a number who used the 800 before that, but I think there's a lot more now using the 900. For me, it's a little bit chalk and cheese really. I love both the rackets, but this is one of those rackets that when you pick it up, sometimes it takes you a little while to get used to, but when you do get used to it, you put it down, go and pick something else up, and then you come back to this. It just feels like an old friend. It feels like that friendly racket that you can play with. This is only slightly head heavy. This has probably got a little bit more weight in the head as well. So with it being only slightly head heavy, it's fast, but it's still really, really powerful. And I think you'll notice a big difference in terms of the swing on this one compared to the other one. It's a quicker swing, but because it's so solid in the hit, it feels like it's swinging above its weight, if you like. It's got so much punch to it, so much power in it, that you don't really need any extra weight in here. I think in some respects it would be detrimental to the racket. But this is the kind of racket that you could just keep picking up time and time again, and it just feels great. Whereas, I say with this one, it was very much a case of, if you liked it, then great, you could play with it anyway. But if you didn't like it, that would be it. It would be gone out of your bag real quick. So there you go. It's very, very quick comparison between the Hypernano 800 and the Hypernano 900. If you get the opportunity, I highly recommend you have a go at the 900. Just get a little bit closer, see them lovely colours. Even though that's good looking, look at those beautiful colours on there as well. It's a great looking racket. It's a great performer. As I say, that flex on the shaft is good. It helps with power, but it's a string bed that you are really going to notice is massively different to anything else that you may have hit with. This is more in keeping to me with the feel I got from the original Z-Force, and I'm feeling I've never had on any Victor racket before. So brilliant racket. It's a great upgrade from the 800 and well worth a look. But there you go, quick comparison, the Hypernano 800 and 900.